What's up YouTube, Capital G here doing a market watch in this video and hashtag blame Jeffrey Jones. That's right, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh player of all time has done it again. Ladies and gentlemen, he has broken the secondary market, and the thing is, it almost seems routine with Jeff Jones at this point. It seems like at least one time a year, he plays a deck that is like really under the radar and gets every little bit of ounce of potential out of that deck, shows that it can be way better than people, like even myself, thought the deck could be. And then, you know, the secondary market pretty much just has a Craigasm and it just, you know, kind of loses itself. So the Phantom Knights of Breaksword is currently almost $40. It's $38 with, I mean, maybe it'll go up a few bucks in the next hour or a couple of hours, when the card was literally $14.95 yesterday. Yes, I'm shooting this video on February 21st, and if we go to February 20th, $15. So why did the card go up almost 3 times in like the span of a day? Which, by the way, we've seen this happen before. Again, I always use the example of Deneb. When it came out in Duelist Alliance, it was like a $12 card, and then they ended up winning. So Tail Knights ended up winning the ARG that was released right after Duelist Alliance came out, and then it went to like a $40 card in that same exact weekend. So why is this happening? Well, there was a UDS event in Los Angeles, and Jeff Jones went, and Jeff Jones did some Jeff Jones shit. He ended up going undefeated and winning the event playing Phantom Knight Speedroids, or yeah, I think that's a pretty good name. It's Speedroids and Phantom Knights combined into one deck, because Speedroids have natural synergy with like the number 3 and anything that runs the number 3. I've seen Speedroids come out with like Burning Abyss, but they're a natural fit for a deck like Phantom Knights, because in Phantom Knights you banish your monsters a lot of times to search, and like Speedroids can go into win monsters relatively easy, so that means that you can go into Levier. Like, I read this feature match, and I mean, if you're a Monarch player, this shit is hard to read, because Jeff Jones straight up destroyed this guy. Obviously, you guys know he won because I said he went undefeated. But if you look at every single one of these fields, like there's Leviers everywhere. Like Breaksword, Dante, and Levier are the bread and butter of this deck. So those are cards that you have to have, and I think it's starting to become a trend that everybody should take note of. When these sets like High Speed Riders come out, these mini sets, you gotta get this stuff for these archetypes really early, man. If you're a fan of Cyframes, you gotta pick up those Omegas early, because we see that the cards could shoot up in price, and the same thing's happening with Breaksword that happened with Omega. Omega was, I guess, for a little bit of a different reason. It's because Pepe started playing it, or Performa Pals, whatever. No, it was Pepe. They started playing it, but in this deck, like, you need Breaksword, because it's kind of like your Scrap Dragon, plus when it dies, it summons more stuff back so that you can make more Xyz. And I don't know, man. Let's look at some of the other things that have happened because of either the events of UDS LA, or because of the leaks from Premium Gold 3. And that's why, like, I feel like it's a really good time to do a market watch, because this isn't just Premium Gold 3 stuff. So anyways, Dante, this card is down a little bit. Dante was actually, if you go about 2 weeks ago, the card was actually up to like $40. This is the Duelist Alliance version. The version that came out in the Mega Packs is actually, it's about $4 cheaper, but I predict Dante is just going to keep going down, because again, it is going to be in next month's Premium Gold 3. So Dante is currently sitting at about 18 bucks for the Duelist Alliance version. The other version's about 13, but again, I don't think that this card's going to stay here, or at least when the Premium Gold version comes out, it'll probably be like a $10 card. So I mean, it does the same thing. Cosmo Dart Destroyer. This one is, wow. Cosmo Dart Destroyer was on February 5th. I mean, hell, we can even go, let's go February 10th. February 10th, guys. 11 days ago, Dart Destroyer was $135. That announcement, and damn, overnight, it dropped to 70 bucks, which is crazy, because when, you know, this is kind of what the card was sitting at like a few weeks ago, and then people were like, ah, dude, you know, Cosmos are good again. And then, like, this card literally has just been on a roller coaster of up and down. Like, if you look here, just up and down, up and down, up and down, like dips everywhere. So Dark Destroyer is sitting on about $70. I think it's just going to go down. And Premium Gold, it's probably going to be about a $20 card, and this version will probably be about $35. So, you know, don't pay $70 for this unless you have an event like tomorrow or before Premium Gold comes out, because I predict that the card's just going to go down. Same thing happening with Farm Girl. Farm Girl was a card that was, I think like at her height like 80 bucks. Yeah, we're actually no, at her height she was like 100 bucks, which was crazy. But yeah, she's just been kind of trending down. And then you see early February, she started going up because, that's kind of like when Pepe got hit and everybody kind of started jumping on that Cosmo hype. But ever since, she's kind of been trickling down. And this was like the nail in the coffin. I think the days of expensive farm girls are just in the past. I think that she'll probably go to about $10. Maybe, I don't even know if that high. She'll probably go about to $8 or so. But I think the days of farm girl being expensive are just, they're in the past. Go Circle Snow Rabbit. This is a card, again, that has just been up and down throughout its life, mainly because it's gotten as low as about 55 bucks and it's gotten as high as about 70 because it does have a lot of utility. It was really good against Pepe. Hitting monkey board could kind of cripple a player because like you got rid of the scale, you got it permanently. They don't get this. They didn't get the search, and a lot of times it's not like they're gonna pendulum summon monkey board back. He's like level 6, right? You're not gonna pendulum summon that thing. With monkey board at 1, this card is like even more effective. It's always been a bitch because it's so expensive, and it's really good in Cosmos because it gives Cosmos the ability to make Black Rose Dragon. They don't really have any tuners naturally in the deck, so it gave them tuners. This card is in Premium Gold 3. It's currently sitting at $45. February 16th, this was about 16, so it's also about 25% of its value, and I think this one's just gonna like plummet down too. And this is cool because I would really like to get some of these. I may have actually, if I could have afforded these, I might have actually ran this over, I may have actually even looked at running this over a Veiler in my Monarch deck, but now I'll finally be able to get a play set of these. And then one more card. This is a card that hasn't actually, it hasn't gone down or up recently. The price has been, it's been trickling up. It's nothing that is that relevant. But the reason I look at Leviator the Sea Dragon is if we go to all versions, I think that this card could definitely go up in price. Leviator to see at least the ultra rare versions and the maybe the ultimates and stuff like that. This is a card that hasn't been reprinted in quite a while, and if this Phantom Knight deck really starts taking off, you need multiple Leviators. I probably don't see it being reprinted in the Gold Series because it's probably not that far on Konami's radar. But if you look at this, yeah, it was in the collector's tins, but dude, that was in 2012. That's 4 years ago. This is a card that came out in Generation Force, guys. This was in the first Xyz set. I have a couple of these ultra rare from Generation Force from when I used to play my Dino Rabbit way back in the day. But I'm looking at this card and I'm like, if Phantom Knights really start becoming popular, this could easily become, I don't know, $10, $15 card because there aren't that many prints. Maybe the Ultra goes to $10, $15, $12, and then maybe the Supers go to $8 or $9. So if you've got a copy of Leviator the Sea Dragon, don't trade it away yet. You might want to hold on to it for a couple of weeks, just see how the market goes, because you might be able to make $5, $6 here and there, maybe able to buy yourself a couple of packs, maybe able to make a quick buck. But I think that this card is going to be trending up because there may be really something to this Phantom Knight deck, guys. I'm gonna do a boom or bust on it soon, and man, the deck is looking really good. So you guys let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, as always.